I'm very happy to say that the person that you're hearing singing is Ashok Nalamalapu, who was born and raised in a small town in South India and came to the U.S. in 1987. From humble beginnings, he has worked diligently and pursued many avenues of personal development to build a successful life and give back to the community. The hard-working mentality shows up in how Ashok goes after what he wants. Even at the young age of 5, he chose a new name because he did not like the one his parents had given him, knowing of the great Indian emperor Ashoka, whose name means no sorrow. He chose Ashok. And Ashok's personal mission is to serve and inspire others, which he does as a speaker, writer, kirtan leader, entrepreneur, community leader, and host and facilitator of spiritual events. Yoga, meditation, and devotional chanting, kirtan, are Ashok's main passions, and he is dedicated to sharing these transformational practices with others. Raised in the Hindu faith, a golden thread of spirituality and devotion has been a central part of the tapestry of Ashok's life since childhood. He currently identifies as a universalist, embracing all faiths as valid paths to realize the truth. Ashok believes his spiritual practices and optimism have helped him overcome many challenges and shaped the person he is today. In 2000, he lost his voice completely for a year, and specialists told him he would never speak again. When Ashok heard this, he fainted at the thought of never being able to speak with his 2 young daughters. With the help of yoga and surgeries, he slowly did regain his voice and is grateful to be able to speak and sing. And very happy. I've known Ashok for a while now, and as a kirtan leader, and through sadhana, Ashok hosted a number of nationally known kirtan devotional chanting artists in Maine. It was a costly endeavor that he could do only occasionally, so out of a desire to increase awareness of kirtan in the local community and provide easier access to this spiritual practice, Ashok decided to learn how to lead kirtan himself. Leading kirtan was a commitment that arose from his devoted heart rather than any musical gifts or experience. In fact, Ashok's family and friends were quite surprised to learn that he was singing, as he had not been part of his earlier life. His focus, diligence, and commitment have paid off in a steady improvement of his musical skills. He has been playing harmonium and leading chanting since 2011, singing in a traditional Indian raga style, and studying with kirtan classical musicians and Jai Uttal. And Ashok's kirtan ensemble is called Swan Kirtan. I'm very happy to say his latest album, We Are All One, by him, his band, his group Swan Kirtan, is excellent, and I'm very happy to play it today with commentary by Ashok. He's with us right now on the telephone, and we will speak with him. Jai Uttal Grammy nominee says, "Wow, British production in full Indian style, sweet chants and sweeter feelings." So I'm happy to present to you my friend and kirtan leader, Ashok Nalamalapu. Hello, Ashok.
Hi, Gary. Thank you for having me. Hello, everybody.
I'm very happy, to have you on the air. This has been something that I've wanted for a while. It's been on my mind ever since that I received your CD, started listening to it, and I realized, well, I want to highlight this music, and we finally connected on this, and I'm very happy that we did, because it's beautiful music, and and we're going to share a number of these chants with our listeners today. So how are you doing today?
I'm feeling good, Gary. Thank you, and thank you for having me. It's an honor to be here. By the way, this CD was produced in India last year with all traditional Indian musicians.
It's just beautiful, and as you know about me, I am a big promoter of kirtan and all styles. But I've said this to a number of people, that your style is so core to the Indian tradition. People ought to listen to your kirtan, because this is more in line with the original kirtan, where it originated, and where it sounded like. This is the way I felt, and also Jai Uttal as well, and others. So I'm very happy that I'm going to see you again soon. For one thing, you're going to be at Kripalu in May, and so this is on May 2nd. It's a Wednesday, and Kripalu is just a wonderful place for me. I've been going there for years. I've seen Kirtan there for years, and it's like a second home to me. It's not very far away. Kripalu in Lenox, Massachusetts. Is this your first time there?
I have been to Kripalu before, and I loved singing there, Gary.
The room there, the main hall, is just one of the best places to sing, to have kirtan, and very receptive people fill the room. People that are at Kripalu are ready for programs, and many sometimes they haven't even been involved. This is their first time hearing a kirtan, so because they're there, a lot of them are there for other programs. It's going to be interesting for them to hear you. Who is in your band, Swan Kirtan? Who will be playing with you at Kripalu?
Radhi Mashe, who is a beautiful flute player, has been playing for 45 years, and Rasa Devi Dasi, she's been singing in Krishna temples from childhood. To me, she is the best cymbals player that I know of in America, who plays in Kirtan, and she's also a singer. She's a musician. And also we will have Namori Kita. He's from West Africa. He's an international djembe player. He's a master djembe player. So we have a band that I think people would enjoy it. At Kripalu, as you know, Gary, they are yogis and yoginis. They really want to pursue this path, and they sing and they dance. Last time, I really loved it. You were talking about traditional singing.
Yes.
I chose to learn the way by Indian classical musicians and keep the tradition, but I also play with Western musicians, like I mentioned. So it's a fusion of East and West.
I've been very happy to have seen you and chanted with you a number of times, and I always go deep. I think I've mentioned to you that how much your chanting means to me.
Yes, you did, Gary. Thank you. That's very kind of you for inspiring me all these years. My intention is at the end of chanting or during the chanting with Swan Kirtan, I'd like to have the audience experience and get into meditative state and be in touch with the divinity within.
Indeed, that is what really draws me to Kirtan, is the meditative state that it brings to me, and it's very interesting. Maybe you could share a little bit about what Kirtan is for those people, and many people have already know if they're just tuning in and maybe even haven't heard my show before. Who knows? Would like to know what Kirtan is in your own words. Describe it for me.
Yeah, in India, in my native language, we call it as Kirtana. In America, it is Kirtan. I pronounce it differently. And also it is what we know as Kirtan in America. In India, it is called Bhajan. So basically, Kirtan in America is glorifying the holy names of different gods and goddesses. So when we chant these names, we focus on these Sanskrit words which are many thousands of years of old. They have the sound which has vibrations. And so when we chant together as a group, we focus on that word and we stop the clutter in our minds. So, and that will help us to go into meditative state, ecstasy, feeling joyful, happiness, different moods, different emotions. Basically, we get lost and we be with those words and we unify with all the people who are singing together. And then we find this beautiful state which is called Turiya state. Normally, we are in 3 different states. That is dreaming, waking, and sleeping. But with chanting, we go into the fourth state called Turiya state. That is where we get lost and we find the divinity within and without. That is Kirtan, saying, glorifying, praising God's names.
Thank you. Can you also share with our listeners what your schedule looks like, other than Kripalu?
Yeah, we are busy. We are booked for this year. Gary, thank you for asking. We'll be singing on May 2nd in Kripalu, May 11th at Unity Church in Windham, Maine, and then we go to Amesbury, Massachusetts, and then I go to Austin, Texas next May 18th. Then we'll be at Love Light Festival. I'll be in India singing in temples. I'm very excited. It's my dream come true opportunity to sing in a temple called Birla Temple. It is fully made of marble stones, and it is on top of a mountain. It's a spectacular temple that I'll be singing in June, and also other temples in India. So I'm looking forward to do that. And then Love Light Festival in Baltimore, and then Bhakti Fest in Joshua Tree, California, and also in Rockland in Maine. So we have a schedule that I am striving to do once in 2 weeks. So for the rest of the year, we are booked.
Well, I'm very happy for you and people, your band, and all the people that will be taking part in this and enjoying the Kirtana that you present. What website would you like to share with our listeners for them to look into?
There is Swan, S-W-A-N, like the bird, and Kirtan, K-I-R-T-A-N, swankirtan.com. By the way, Gary, we will be coming towards you I'll be singing at Ananda Ashram and also Integral Yoga Institute. We're finalizing the dates towards the last week of November or first week of December.
Well, I'd like to share, thank you for sharing that, because Ananda Ashram is like a second home to me, and whenever I go to Ananda Ashram, the residents, when they see me, they say, "Oh, there must be a kirtan this weekend." I say, "Right, you are," because that's what draws me to Ananda Ashram. It's the most perfect place to experience a kirtan. It is. What is your experience with Ananda yourself? What can you share?
Oh, we loved singing. I loved being there. The atmosphere, the environment, the people, the number of people who attended Kirtan. They are very into Kirtan, and the musicians, and it's just a beautiful place to practice our devotion.
Yeah, and after all, it is an ashram, and it's not a commercial institute, so that's another thing. Yes,
and they maintain purity there, and I was very impressed the way that the ashram is.
Yeah, I love it there, and I've made many friends there, and so I will be definitely looking at when you book there, because I'm going to mark it in my calendar when you do. Yeah, so let's play some more music.
Sure.
From We Are All One. There's so much to choose from here. It's a two-disc set. I mean, this is really wonderful. For those people who really like, or would like to be introduced to chanting and to kirtan, this is for you. And for those who are deep into it, this is for you as well. And it's perfect for me, because I love kirtan, and you offer many different chants. So why don't we select the next one, if you would like?
Sure. Maybe all one. All different faiths. I believe in all religions are true, and it's easy to get onto the top of the mountain, whatever path you take, if you're passionate and you're faithful to your path.
Let's play it. Thank you. Ashok Nalamalapu. We Are All One is the name of the album. When we heard All One, and hello Ashok.
Hello, Gary.
Hello. Yeah, the thought occurred to me, and I've had these questions from people that don't know about Kirtan and what it is. One of the recent questions, or one of the questions that seem to pop up the most, is. So I'm gonna ask for your help on this. Since you're a native to the continent of India and to the original tradition of Kirtan, and this music that we are hearing is closer to that tradition, which I deeply appreciate to have this album out. Could you tell us what is it a part? People think, is it part of Hinduism, Kirtan?
Kirtan originally, the Sanskrit words started in that's part of the Hinduism. Hinduism is not a religion; it's a way of living. But there is chanting in all faiths. The chant that we just heard, I wrote that chant. It has Jewish words, it has Native Americans and Buddhist. So chanting is there in all different religions, whether it is Christianity or Buddhism or Judaism or Sufi. Chanting is there. So chanting is specifically only for Hinduism.
But
especially when we Swan Kirtan, we sing Sufi chants, we sing Buddhist chants, and all other chants too.
Thank you. But the Sanskrit chanting. Where does
the words in Sanskrit, these Ganesh and all these various forms or gods, they are all originated in India in Sanskrit.
Is it part of God? When I try to describe it, it's not part of a religion. It's part of a yogic part of yoga. And would you say?
Yeah, in Hinduism is not a religion, it's a way of life. When we sing for Ganesh, or when we sing for Sita, or when we sing for Ram, they all represent different energies, and they represent love, or if you talk about Hanuman, it is courage, it's a devotion, it's a selfless service. So we are praying all these different qualities and different energies. So if people are at my low level in the path of devotion or realization of God or truth, for now we are having praying and praising names of forms, whether it is Ganesh or others. Eventually, when we get into a higher state, then we can realize the God that is also formless. So God doesn't have to have a form; it is also formless.
Thank you. I know there are a number of chants on your album, "We Are All One," that not only the song we just heard, "All One," but you have Om Mani Padme Hum here. You have Adane Allahu on this. Gate Gate, Sarve Baba Bantu, and others, and so Panchatava Mantra. You have all from many different traditions are here, right?
Yeah, there are also invocations. There's also the most beautiful chant that I like is the Gayatri Mantra. It is called Mother of all mantras. All these chants can be found on CD Baby or iTunes. And people have to look for Swan Kirtan.
Swan Kirtan. I would like to play the Gayatri Mantra. It is one of my something that is part of my practice, the Gayatri Mantra, and it is something I do on the mala beads with my japa chanting. I have a practice, and that is when I end the practice is with the Gayatri, and
Wow.
I love it. Tell us a little bit about the Gayatri. What is it?
In that prayer, it is the original oldest prayer. We are asking God for illumination of our mind.
Illumination of our mind.
Yeah, and for asking for enlightenment. We are requesting. We are praying to God for enlightenment.
Thank you. Thank you. So we're going to playing it. With the great CD. Is it how long is it on your CD?
Gayatri Mantra, probably about 6 minutes.
Okay. I got the 2 CDs and the 2 players. Let's see if this. I forgot which is. Well, why don't I just take a look? We're going to be playing other chants from this as well. Yeah. So we're
While you look for, I can talk about Kali Yuga, if it's okay. In Kali Yuga, the dark period that we are in, the easiest way to realize God is through chanting. That's what the many sages in India have told. We can realize God through Jnana Yoga, that is yoga of knowledge, but that's more difficult to discriminate. Not this, I'm not the body, I'm not the mind, and that's more difficult for people at my level. Whereas Bhakti Yoga, the yoga of love, yoga of devotion, love of God, is supposed to be much easier to realize the God, realize the love, and realize the God within as well. So that's why Kirtan or chanting is growing in this country and around the world.
And like you say, it is recommended as in this age of Kali Yuga as the most direct path.
Yeah.
Here's the Gayatri Mantra. Thank you, Ashok.
Welcome.
You are hearing this album is called "We Are All One" led by Ashok Nalamalapu. His band is Swan Kirtan, and you can go to investigate this album and the website and their schedule. You can go to swankirtan.com, SWANKIRTAN.com, and we're very happy to have Ashok with us today, and thank you for being with us, Ashok.
Thank you, Gary.
Beautiful music, and I love Kirtan, and I go to many of them around the country. I travel and promote events as well. I am very much happy to know you, and that you are bringing this style of Kirtan from the origins of the land where this came from, in the style in which it was first brought to us, with, like you say, recorded in India with Indian musicians, and you can feel it.
Thank you. That's what my dear teacher Jayat Hall said, that he can feel it's a sweet feelings is what he said.
Definitely is. And I want to thank you for giving us not one but 2 discs of fine Kirtan chants. And there's a high production value in this as well. I'm listening to on headphones, and I can hear just how this comes together so well. Who engineered this?
I chanted, but I've been getting trained by my teachers. One of my teachers is a blind person. He has won many awards in my native state. He's been singing for many years, and I'm so fortunate to get trained by him. Another teacher is she teaches in a music school in Hyderabad, India. She teaches, and I also recently got trained by. Actually, he practices Islam. He's from Bangladesh, and he learned traditional classical Indian music. So all these people have helped me to grow into who I am now. But my teacher, Mohan Krishna, who's a blind man, he was there to help me to guide through this design or the music.
Thank you. I'd like to, Krishna, what is the commonly known as the Maha Mantra, Hare Krishna? Of course, it's here, and I want to share it with our listeners. You want to say something about what a Maha Mantra is?
Maha means great. Mantra is man is mind. Tra is the remover. The one which clears the mind is mantra. Maha Mantra. So it's a great word that can clear our mind. So Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare, one of the meanings is sweet. So, oh Lord, sweet Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. So it's calling Lord Krishna, Lord Rama, who are the incarnations of Lord Vishnu with the sweetness.
It's recently. I went to hear Gauravani. Do you know Gauravani?
Yes, I do.
And he was doing a kirtan at Yoga Mandali in the evening, on a Friday evening, and then he taught bhakti there for the next, which I was present for, and he was teaching everything bhakti, along with chanting on the mala beads, and in his tradition, that is you chant on each mala bead Hare Krishna, Krishna, the whole chant Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. It's a very powerful chant, isn't it?
Yes, it is very powerful. That brings us easily into the Turiya state, the fourth state.
So we're gonna hear that right now, okay?
That sounds good, Gary. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh.
He's lazy. She's stupid. He's a racist. That one's greedy. And there's a terrorist.
If you look at people and all you see are labels, everyone loses.
Labels hurt all of us, and they're wrong.
Every one of us is unique, a one-of-a-kind original.
Every one of us is a one-of-a-kind original.
Every one of us is a one-of-a-kind original. Our diversity is our strength. Instead of stereotyping, we can all learn from each other.
Don't let prejudice shape your view. Take the time to get to know people and see for yourself who they really are.
We are all one of a kind.
Stereotyping is wrong, and it hurts all of us. Stop stereotyping.
A message from your American Muslim neighbors and the Islamic Media Foundation.
Thank you. And you are listening to, this is Gary for Gary's Music Show. You're listening to WRPI Troy. And we have as our guest Ashok Nalamalapu, and we are playing selections from his album with Swan Kirtan called We Are All One. We heard the Krishna, the Maha Mantra, the Krishna chant, and Om Mani Padme Hum. That Om, now we were talking about earlier, hello Ashok.
Yes, hi Gary.
Hi. The diversity of different paths, different chants, that is a traditional Buddhist chant. Could you tell us what that means? That chant?
Om Mani Padme Hum. All the essence of Buddhism is in this particular chant. Om. When you chant Om in Buddhism, it is said that you purify your body, mind, and speech. Mani is jewel. Padma is lotus. Hum is the integration of lotus and Mani, the jewel. So Mani represents for wisdom, and Padma represents for love and compassion. So wisdom and compassion are the two wings of Bodhi bird in the Buddhism for awakening. So when you look at the Mani jewel, you purify the coal over and over and over again, and inside is the jewel. So similarly, we want to purify ourselves and get rid of all these negative things about the anger, the fear, and all those vices that we have, and purify ourselves. And Padma is lotus. If you see lotus, it comes from the mud, but when it comes to the top of the water, it is very beautiful. Similarly, however upbringing that we have or childhood we have had, we can be beautiful. So when also on lotus leaf, if you just drop a water, it flows down very quickly. So that is that indicates that our life is very short. And lotus leaf, when you take it out from the water, it is not moisture. Similarly, there is no wetness. Similarly, even though we live in this materialistic world, if we get not attached to the materialism, and then follow the path of devotion and love of God, then we can realize the divinity within us. So Om Mani Padme Hum, and that is a beautiful chant that Buddhism has.
It certainly is. Thank you for explaining it.
You're welcome.
I'd like to play some more music before we finish with you from your 2 CD set by We Are All One. Do you have a recommendation for the next one?
Next one is Jai Sriman Narayana. Is good.
Okay, you want to say something about it?
Narayana is, that's number 4 in disc 2. Narayana is the supreme, another name for Lord Vishnu. In Trinity, in Hinduism, we have creator, sustainer, and destruction. Vishnu represents for sustenance. So Jai is victory. Sriman Narayana, so victory to Lord Vishnu. That is the meaning of that chant. I also want to appreciate Gary for all the selfless service that you do. You represent all us who chant in this country, and you go to various events and you inspire people, you dance, and you, with your big smile, I'm very honored to call you as a good friend and what you do for the Kirtan community in America.
Thank you so much, Ashok, for acknowledging me. I appreciate it. And I love what I do, obviously, and I love connecting with people such as yourself that are really doing it, that are out there creating these kirtan bands and bringing them to people. And I'm so honored. I honor all of the people that come and all the people that create this. So I feel this is a kind of a community. So I feel like I'm helping to connect us all to what I know in my heart, what this has done for me, and it does for me. And if others can find that way too, that works for them, I'm happy. And it's a joy. It's a joy to be with others that are sharing this, and you, my friend. I feel a closeness with you and a gratitude to know you and to see you and experience who you are as a person, which is a top-notch person that I know. You're a very beautiful spirit, you have a very generous spirit, and I love that you acknowledge me and others. So thank you for what you do in the world as well.
Thank you, Gary. If I may take a minute, I just want to explain that one does not have to believe in Hinduism to chanting. Can I say a few words?
Of course.
Okay. So So you don't need to believe in Hinduism. You can chant and you can feel the vibration. This helps us to build a community where we can all live in peace and love, and it elevates the vibrations. It helps us to reach the divinity within and without. So each word that we pronounce has God within that word. So we want to be able to pronounce these words properly. And for Swan Kirtan, would be happy to come to your center if you regularly host Kirtan. Please let us know. You can find our information on swankirtan.com. Thank you, Gary.
You're welcome. And again, we are going to hear, tell us what it is.
Jai Shriman Narayana. Jai Shriman Narayana.
Here it is. Thank you. Jai Shriman Narayana. We just heard from this beautiful album by Swan Kirtan, We Are All One, led by Ashok Nalamalapu. And you can go to swankirtan.com, the website, SWANKIRTAN. I'll soon be seeing Ashok and Swan Kirtan at Kripalu on Wednesday, the 2nd of May. And you can check out their schedule. They're going to be in various places, including Bhakti Fest and Love Light festivals, as well as others. And very happy that you tuned in for this, and thank you, Ashok, for being with us. And I'm so happy that we got together today.
Thank you, Gary. Thank you all who are listening to this. Have a beautiful day.
I'd like to finish and end with the Sarve Bhavantu prayer. Would you like to say something about that?
So the meaning of it is that may all beings be happy, may all beings be healthy, may all beings be free of illness.
And I wish that for everyone that is listening as well. And so this prayer goes out to you, Ashok, everyone that is a part of this program in any way, whose heart is moved, as mine is right now. And if you'd like, Ashok, if you'd like to stay on the line, I'll speak with you off air for a moment if you wish.
Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Jayanti yogina kamadam mokshadam chaiva omkaram namo namah Sarve santu niramaya Sarve bhadrani pakshyantu Ma kakshit dukha bhag bhavet Asato ma satgamaya Tamaso ma jyotirgamaya Mrutyorma mritangamaya Loka samasta Sukhino samasta sukhino bhavantu loka samasta sukhino bhavantu Om Shanti